So, I'm here today to remind all my teacher friends and even my non-teacher friends how important it is that you take your days. And if your school offers you or your job, I can't do this, and oh, this is very attractive. Hold on. If your school, that's light. If your school offers you paid time off or you get days like personal days, leave days, whatever. Y'all, take them. Because let me just tell you, it's a Wednesday afternoon. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. And I'm leaving school. Because you know what? I have the time. So I am taking myself on a date day, a mental health date day. There's children outside. Let's not let them see me. Taking myself out on a mental health date day. And I'm going to work on myself today because my mental health has not been very well. And we all know this has been a rough year. Not just a school year for teachers, but students and even just people that aren't in education. It's been a rough year. So I'm taking myself on a journey, an adventure today, and not worrying about school. And I think it's just so important that we do that as people, that we take time for ourselves. So I'm taking you on this journey with me. Please join me on this adventure. So first step, we're going home to change clothes. See you soon. All right, so step number 1, we have changed clothes. Step number 2, I've now been thrown on another mission to go pick up one of my friends so I can go take her to get her car. Second step, we gotta get this air crunk. But I did bring my tripod, so I don't know how great this video is gonna be, but I've got my tripod kind of laying up there. I'm gonna have to take it off when I drive though, because it'll probably move. And as soon as I go backwards and probably hit the brake, ooh, it's a rocking. As soon as I go backwards and hit these brakes, this thing's gonna topple. Oh, I did all right. All right, catch y'all on the flip side. Going to pick up my friend, and then I'm heading to get some lunch for myself. Bye. See you again. So, got our side trip done. Got my friend back to her vehicle. Now we're making like adventure part 2.1. Taking a trip to get money. Gotta get some cash out. You know, even though I'm pretty broke. But it's alright. Because I get paid soon. So it's fine. Thought I would just update you guys. Let me also clarify something because I realized I said this earlier and I want to make sure I'm clarified here. You know, I'm not doing anything school related or thinking about anything school related, but that doesn't mean that I'm ignoring a problem. So, like, I'm obviously still available if my assistant needs me or if, something were to happen. Like, I still have my phone on. So, y'all don't think I'm just, like, dipping out that much. I know some people do that, and that's fine. But I have what we call anxiety, and I like to make sure that my kids actually, behave the way they're supposed to. So, I like to make sure that, nothing bad happens. But anyway, alright. So, now we're heading toward Gastonia, which is about an hour away from where I live. But it's a bigger city, so they have more options food-wise. See, I told you what was gonna happen. More options food-wise and everything. So we're on that journey now. So off we go to Gastonia. Catch y'all when I get food. Such a bop, y'all. Such a bop. Also, time for lunch! Y'all, I can't stress the importance of taking yourself out to eat every once in a while. Because my God in my heaven, look at this. Ooh. Here's my date. Myself. Hola. So, step 2, 3? I think I'm on 3. Part 3 of our adventure is complete. I have ate lunch and it was wonderful. And I can't stress enough how even being introverted, how nice it is to like take yourself out to eat. Like, I don't mean pick up fast food. I don't mean like hit the drive-thru and go home. I mean actually go into a restaurant and get a table for one. Now I'm gonna be honest. It took me a while. It took me a while to be able to do that because it's a lot on my social anxiety, because I always worried about what people were thinking, you know, were people looking at me. And it is a little awkward to just sit down at a table, especially when the waitress or waiter comes up and they realize like, oh, you're by yourself. But I can't tell you how nice it is to take yourself out to eat. So extroverted people, I know y'all don't even care. Y'all probably ain't even thought about this. My people with no social anxiety, y'all probably ain't even thought about this. You just go wherever. But my introverted people, please take a time and just take yourself out to eat. Even if you're like, that's awkward, you know, you could specify like, hey, you know, can I have a table toward the back of the restaurant? They actually put me right in the middle. I was at a booth though, thank God. But they put me right at the middle. And that was a little weird, but honestly, I enjoyed it. And it's so nice. Like, bring something that you enjoy. So like, I brought a book, or I would like scroll through my phone, but I brought my book and I just read my book while I was waiting on my food, or like eating an appetizer or whatever. But y'all, I just can't tell you the feeling of how good it feels to like just sit down and eat by yourself. Not having to force conversation, not having to do small talk, just eating, enjoying the food, enjoying the atmosphere. And honestly, my thing is like, I love to listen to other people's conversations, and that's weird. I'm sure you're like, that's eavesdropping. Yeah, okay, but I love to people watch. I love to sit and watch people and like see what they do and their actions. And like, I overheard a table and it was like these little old ladies, and they were talking about how they were on vacation from like California, I think. And, you know, they were excited about seeing the Carolinas. And it just reminded me that like, I live in such a crazy, amazing place that so many people want to come to the Carolinas to see. And the fact that I get to live here all the time is such an amazing realization for me. So take yourself out to eat and do something for yourself, because I promise you it's great. Like, it's gonna be awkward, but it's gonna be worth it. All right, I'm out of here. On to stop number 4. I'm going to the bookstore. Go figure. So I'll catch y'all there. Bye. Y'all should have known I'd end up in the bookstore. And I've been down one aisle and I've already picked up a book. Because you know what? It's my day and I'm gonna buy a book if I want to. Bye. Oh, this old lady was staring me down hard when I was putting up my tripod. Lady, I'm not doing anything weird, I promise. I'm just trying to set my tripod up. Anyway. Okay, so went to Books A Million, and that was my next stop, and y'all should know that I bought more than I should have. Don't tell Mark. Mark, don't watch this. Anyway, I'll show him when he gets home. It's fine. So, first off, I bought this cool sign to hang up at school, and I think I'm gonna hang it outside my door. So this side said, because y'all know I have a Harry Potter room, like y'all get that. Also, let me just add to that before I show you the sign. My classroom has become a tour stop for potential parents that come and visit our school. Like, I am being known about, because one woman come in and told me, like, I let them come in my room with her kids and stuff because she told me that they had heard about me. Y'all, I am the place to be. All right, anyway. So the front part says Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, visitors welcome. And then when you flip over to the other side, it said Wizards at Work, do not enter. I think this is perfect. I'm totally going to put this outside my classroom, especially when we have testing days, which are coming up, like a benchmark testing for the end of the year. Perfect. Okay, especially since I'm a tourist stop, y'all. Oh my God, I'm a tourist stop. Y'all should be honored to like watch my videos and know me personally, because I don't know who all watches my videos. I feel like nobody watches my videos, TBH. But I'm gonna keep making them because they bring me some joy. And then I also bought a Patronus pop because y'all know I'm obsessed with pops. And this is for Remus Lupin, which has my heart. But his is a dog? Wolf? A dog? I don't know, now I'm doubting myself. But there it is in all his glory. There's a really bad glare. But yeah, I'll take him out of the box when I get home. Because I'm not one of these people that keeps things in the box. I think that's great. So I bought 2 books. I bought A Curse So Dark and Lonely, which is apparently like a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So I'm pretty pumped for that. However, it is a series, and I kind of stay away from series a lot because I hate to get like myself committed. Oh, these people are coming. Let me come back. All right, I'm back. But anyway, so I try to stay away from series just because like I hate to commit myself to a series, and then like if I buy one, I feel like I should buy the rest of them to have them on because I really do like the series. But then again, I'd hate to buy them and not like them. So I'm very torn. I'm really big on standalone books. I mean, I have a very few limited series that I really, really enjoy. But I thought, why not? Also, I gotta tell y'all a really funny story about a retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So, hold that thought, okay? So, A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I like the cover too. I think the cover's really pretty. And I like this blue color. And apparently there's 3 in the series. But, we'll see. Then I found this one. And I really hope this one is in the series. I think it's a standalone. I've actually seen it on Book Talk a lot. And I've gotten really obsessed with Book Talk, honestly. To a point where it's becoming a financial problem. But I mean, my book buying is a financial problem anyway. So I bought this one. It's called Sorcery of Thorns. I just thought it looked kind of interesting. I thought the cover was really cool. I don't like, and this one has it too, I don't like this idea of when we do paperback now, we're going to have the cover shorter than the rest of the book. I don't understand why that's a thing now, but whatever. Anyway, y'all didn't come here for a book review, but yeah, so basically the tagline of this one, tagline, is that what they call it? Like, obviously there's like the synopsis on the back, but it says all sorcerers are evil. So I thought that was kind of cool. All right, so funny story about the retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So let me put this back in my bag. Also, before I get into my story, if you're a teacher, let me just tell you something. If you are a teacher and you go to bookstores a lot like I do, here's a pro tip from me to you. Ask about their educator discount. Barnes & Noble has one and Books A Million has one. And basically it is a card that you can save, I think it's 10%. It's not on your whole purchase and it's not on everything in the store, but it's like books that could be in your classroom or books that are things that could be used in your classroom. And I'll be honest, that's very loosely defined because every time I've went, almost everything I have purchased has been discounted. So like, for example, that sign I bought, the Wizard's Welcome sign, I saved like almost a little bit over $1 on that one. My Patronus pop, saved $2 on that one. Both of the books, which they are considered young adult fiction, and that may be why, because I do read a lot of young adult fiction, but I always get something discounted off of them. So it's 100% worth it to check into those, because I have one for Barnes & Noble and Books A Million, and depending on where you are in the country, I'm sure there's other bookstores, especially chain ones, that do things like that. I think I had to fill out something. I either filled it out in store or I went online and did it, and it's completely 100% free, and it literally saves you, like, I mean, it doesn't save you a lot, but it saves you enough. It's worth the time to fill it out. And it like reactivates, like they'll tell you it's expired and they'll ask you if you want to reactivate it. Like I said, totally 100% free. Coolest thing I've ever done is get one of those for both of the bookstores that I go to a lot. So if you've held on this long, let me tell you about this experience I had. So because of me watching Book Talk so much lately, I've added a lot of books to my Amazon wish list, and I have a lot of physical books on my TBR, but I just continue to buy, and it's fine. So this particular book was recommended to me through TikTok, and just a couple other like friends on there told me about this book called Master of Bone and Salt. And I read the synopsis on Amazon, and I thought, you know what, this is pretty good. So I actually ended up buying it because I needed free shipping on something, because some of us don't buy Amazon Prime. Me. And we'll just buy things, you know, that we don't need to get that free shipping. But anyway, so I had purchased this book, and I was told from the friends on Book Talk and also just on TikTok in general that the book was a darker retelling or spin on Phantom of the Opera with ties in of Beauty and the Beast. And I thought, okay, cool, I can dig that. And when I bought it on Amazon, I didn't really look at the genre of the book. And as I said, I read a lot of young adult fiction, young adult fantasy, some adult fiction. And by adult fiction, I don't mean like romance fiction. I mean just regular fiction. So, come to find out, even when I got the book and I reread the back, because I pulled it out of my TBR jar because I'd made one of those, and I'll talk about that in a different video. But I pulled that book out of my TBR jar and I read the book, but I always read the back of the book again to kind of refresh like what I'm going to get into. And I thought, okay, you know, this is fine. Well, I get about 2 or 3 chapters in, and some of the language gets a little, what's the word? Raunchy? Not raunchy. Explicit. And a little erotic because of the descriptions. But the storyline is really good. And, I don't read these types of books, and I'm not downing anybody that does. Y'all go for it, okay? If that's what gets you going, then by God, let it get you going. But I ended up purchasing an adult romance novel is what I've got my hands on. So I have gotten about 15 chapters into it, and I like the story, and I want to see where it goes. So I kind of get to those parts and I'm like, okay, let's just skim. It's not 50 Shades of Grey level, which I've read that. Sorry, Mom, don't tell my mom. But it's still, some of it's a little raunchy. But I'm not gonna lie, the story's really good. So it's like, if I could just take out those pieces of it, like, I don't mind when stories imply things are happening. Like you imply it and then you move on. I don't need to dwell on it. I don't need to read it in detail. Anyway, so that's my funny story. So here's my life lesson for you before I continue on my journey. Make sure you look at the genre of books. Now, some of y'all might be into that, and that's fine. I don't judge anybody what they read by any means. Listen, you reading, you expanding your mind, your vocabulary. But Lord have mercy. My jam. But Lord have mercy, y'all, make sure you look at the genre of the book, or just buy them in a bookstore, and then you know what section you're in when it's got it up there on top where it says romance. Lord help us. Alright, on to, where am I at? Am I on step 4? I don't even know. I think I'm gonna go to Five Below. I don't know if y'all got Five Below where you are, wherever in the world y'all might be, but Five Below is quality. I've just discovered Five Below in the past month. Y'all, it's great. Highly recommend. I'll let y'all know what I get into. Bye. Well, Five Below. Didn't really have much, but I did get Mark a shirt for his birthday, because I'll just add to the birthday presents he gets, because I guess I like him a little bit. So pretty much that's really all I got for you guys. But I didn't just want to dip out and not have a conclusion to my adventure. So my advice to you is, like I said from the beginning, if you have time that you can take off, go for it. And the biggest thing, and especially as teachers, like, we automatically feel guilty when we do this, when no other career doesn't have that guilt tied to it like ours does. And I just think it's very unfair that as teachers, I'm trying to figure out, there we go. As teachers, why do I feel guilty about taking time for myself? And I think that's just a teacher problem. That's just a society problem, in that we always feel like we have to be there for our kids. And I'm not saying you can't always be there for your kids, but there comes a point where you have to turn it off. So my way of doing that as a teacher, especially as still a beginning teacher, I do not have my emails linked to my phone. So when I was eating earlier, I checked my email just to make sure there wasn't like any transportation problems or whatever. And it turns out there was. So I just had a hunch, to do that. But as for anything else, like, it can wait. Everything else can wait. And if it's of severe importance, then someone will call me. But I think it's just important that, and kind of important to remember, that we can't pour from an empty cup. And last week was just a tough week. Just all the way around, with a bunch of different problems and a bunch of different reasons. And I felt very empty after that. I felt very apathetic after that. And I know, that getting toward the end of school, we're all counting down the days. We're all very tired. But I can't continue to give and give and give and be on that same level of giving and loving and understanding that I've been on, when I can't even do the same for myself. When I can't give, the benefit of the doubt to myself, I can't give it to my kids. So my whole thing today was just taking some time for me, away from other people, away from outside, environmental issues, whatever. I took it for me. I just realized how crooked I am. I took it for me to help me, and that doesn't make me a bad teacher. If anything, the fact that I realize this now makes me a better teacher, because tomorrow I'm going to be able to go in and do my job. And tomorrow I'm going to be able to go in and be a better person and a more stable person than I was today. And I think that's worth the wait right there. It's worth its weight in everything. So that's my takeaway from this. And I think next year I'm going to be better about making sure I have days at the end of the year to do this. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I can't pour from an empty cup and help them. And this is crunch time. So hopefully you all are well. My last stop is going to be getting a gigantic milkshake from Tony's Ice Cream in Gastonia. And if you guys are not familiar with what those look like, I need you to Google it. So once you get done watching my video and you like my video, you comment on my video, and you send my video and share it and subscribe to me, make sure that you Google that, Tony's Ice Cream in Gastonia. You will not be disappointed in what you see. That's what I'm going to get right now. So I hope you all are well, and I hope this video finds you well, and I hope that maybe I've inspired you to not feel guilty if you take time off. So as always, I hope you guys are wonderful. If you're not, if you're in a dark place, I hope and pray that you know that someone's there for you, someone's rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I don't even know you. I'm talking to a phone right now. But I know you, and I know that you have a purpose. And when you feel like you don't, you got up this morning. You still woke up. Every day that you continue to wake up, you have a reason to be here. And I don't want you to ever forget that. So I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day, morning, evening, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you guys in another video on who knows what random topic. But thank you for being here. Subscribe for more. I try to update my life about once a week. but things have been crazy, so I haven't done very well with that. But to the 39 subscribers I have, what is up? How are y'all doing? Anyway, I hope you guys are well. I'll see you later. Bye, friends.